Hi everyone. Hope you're having a good day. It's early. Beautiful out here today. I'd like to talk about this term that people use on a daily basis. They don't even think about it, but yet it has everything to do with the mind. And that term is conscientious objecting. And what that means is to conscientious object to something is dealing with something in your mind, focusing on more than one thing. So say you kind of like judging a book by its cover. Say you see someone and they look kind of shady to you until you have a drink with them and start talking to them and they're like the most awesome person you've ever met. That's conscientious objecting, because you're using it on a daily basis. It's where your stereotypes come into play. But it's using your mind off of preconceived notions and knowledge you have of prior events, people, places, and things, to where you're going to have that objection, your judgments of them in your mind. And one thing to equate it to is it's really hard to conscientious object to anything whenever it's just one sense. This is why people don't want to talk on the phone anymore. They would rather text message for one of two reasons. First reason, they don't have shit to say because they just say the same garbage every day. Number two is that they don't want, because you'll be able to hear the tone of a voice. The tone of someone's voice will rise and lower as they talk. So you can use your hearing more so than just their voice and their words, because their words alone are powerful and have a lot of meaning. But whenever you get the tone behind them, then that puts even more emphasis on the words. So people will stay away from that because they don't want their emotions to be let out to whoever it is they're talking to. So this is the majority of the reason, I believe, is why people would rather text message than call someone on the phone these days. And video chatting, forget about that. No one wants to look at anyone else. Like, that's like the worst thing, because then you can see their face. And the face will tell you a lot of things. A lot of things. Like, you can pick up on facial features that move, whenever subtle movements. People catch on to these things, and you can tell, someone won't look you in your eyes when they're lying to you, things like that. Whenever you're thinking about something tough from your past, you'll always look to the left. If you're looking in your brain for it. Yeah, things of this nature. So, whenever you can see someone, with the mask thing that's going on right now, that makes it a little more difficult because you can't see people's faces. They could be, sticking their tongue out at you the whole time they're standing behind you in line, or calling you an asshole under their breath behind their mask all day. There's nothing you can do, and you hope they wouldn't do that, but whatever. But yeah, you're using your mind to conscientious object. And that's going to throw in all your stereotypes that you've ever known about the situation at hand. And, people need to do that more, I think. But whenever you get overboard with it, because your stereotypes are going to, smash it in place and make it seem like, oh man, there's nothing else that could possibly be going on with this person except this. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think stereotypes get carried away. And, judging a book by its cover thing, one thing I do understand is that, whenever you go to a bookstore, say you're just looking for a fancy book to read. Well, you're going to look at the cover and the title's on the cover. So, don't judge a book by its cover, but that's how you get your judgments right off the get-go. So, and with ours it's sight. Sight and smell are our strongest senses. But you can use the other senses as well whenever you get around somebody. So, and hearing, we can hear everything just about, especially if someone's talking to you and you can see their mouth moving. This is how people can read lips. It's not hard to do. But yeah, conscientious objecting. I just wanted to bring that term to people's awareness, because it's something that you use every day, but you have no idea that you're even doing it. But some people will steer away from it, I believe, on purpose, without even knowing that that's why they're doing it. Maybe they just don't, oh, I don't like talking on the phone because I don't know what to say next, blah, blah, blah. No, I think it has everything to do with the tone of your voice is going to dictate different feelings on the other end of what you're going to say, of what the next conversation is going to be about. Because whenever you send something in a text message, it could be something as simple as like, oh, I don't feel good, and then you send it to your friend, and they're like, oh man, my friend don't feel good. They have no basis. They have no base to level. They have no basis to get a judgment of how sick that person is at all. But if they call them on the phone and you hear it in their voice and they're like, oh, I don't feel good, I'm not feeling good today, blah, blah, then you might have, a easier judgment of it, because now you have 2 reference sources, actually 3, because the text message is just words that you read. So you can interpret them however you would like. But whenever you get into hearing their voice and the tone of their voice, yeah, you can make so many judgments. So many. So, yeah, just try to use that conscientious objecting to your advantage whenever you get around people. Have your immediate judgments, because everybody does, but have an open mind and keep an open mind whenever you're dealing with folks, because not everybody's the same as you. Not everybody thinks the same way. So, just try to be nice. Since my son was 2 years old, I taught him number 1 rule is be nice. And I could ask him today, what's the number 1 rule? And he'll say, be nice. Because you should, Because if you be nice, then you will do no harm to yourself or others. And that's key while you're here. All right, I'm going to let everybody go. Have a great day. Enjoy it. Look at that sun. It's beautiful today. All right. Take care, everybody. Maybe I'll see you later.